Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about Tony Ferguson. It's a sad topic because for last few years he is on a losing streak. I think six losing streak, right? And it's so sad to see him, the boogeyman of the lightweight division. To see him like this, it's so sad. I really like him. He have a very good personality. He have a gimmick. He's not any boring fighter who can only fight. He can talk. He have many other entertaining skills when it comes to mic or when it comes to the personality. Is a very likable character, like a character from a movie or a character from WWE. And seeing someone like that losing, it's a sad thing to see someone like him losing. And I really like him. And in this video we are going to talk about what's next for him. This is my opinion as a Tony Ferguson fan. I'm not saying this as a YouTuber. I'm telling this as a Tony Ferguson fan. The best thing for him to do is retire. The best thing is retire because there's nothing for him to prove. He was an interim lightweight champion. He was on a big winning streak. He beat names like RDA, Anthony Pettis, mm, like many big names in lightweight division. He beat them all, and he went to war with Justin Gaethje. And now he is, I think, 39 years old. What's more there to prove? You don't need to be a world champion to be a great fighter. Nick Diaz is not a champion, but people still respects him, still sees him as a great fighter. Nick Diaz is not a world champion. Uh, Dan Henderson was not a champion in UFC. It's like that. You don't need to be a champion to be a great fighter in UFC. People like Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson, they will be respected always till MMA is in this planet. If MMA is in this planet, these names will be respected forever. I am sure. So there's nothing for him to prove, and the best thing for him to do is just sit and enjoy his life. But I can understand from his side. No one wants to live with a losing streak. Everyone wants to retire with a winning streak. So I also will be happy to see him going with a win. But right now his body, I don't want his body to take too much damage. That's why I don't want to see him in another fight. He already took lots of damage. Like the Sinforia says, when we goes to that cage, a part of us, we lose a part of us there. And I don't want this man to get injured. So I will be happy if he retire, but but still I want to see him retire with a win like Robbie Lawler did. For that, I made some names like this is my opinion who he should fight next. I only want to see him in one more fight. I want to see him retire, but if he is fighting, I just want to see him in one fight. I don't want to see him going for the title again because I don't think it's possible now. His body is gone. His mind is there, his passion is there for fighting, but his body is not there. We can see that from his last fight against Paddy Pimblett. So these are the names. Three names comes to my mind for his future opponents. There is no point in him taking a break now. We know what the result will be even if he take a break. So these three names, this is not a disrespect to Tony Ferguson. I'm telling this because I love him. These three, he is not in the prime of his career. So it's not a disrespect, it's a fact. And I love Tony Ferguson. Okay, now let's go to the names. So the three names that comes to my mind are Beniel Darish, a rematch with Beniel Darish, but I don't think Darish will accept this fight because it's not. The fight was not entertaining, and it won't do any good to Darish career now. won't be good for Darish career, but it will be good for Tony's career, but not good for Beniel's career. And Sean Brady, Michael Kisia, and Nick Diaz. Actually there are four names. The rest are them. And let's forget about Beniel because that's not going to happen. And the fight was also not entertaining. These four names I took. Three of them are good grapplers. I took grapplers because I don't want to see Tony Ferguson getting hurt again. That's why I didn't include any strikers here. And if you look at Nick Diaz, we know he is similar to Tony's age. He is not in his prime, so it's not a dangerous fight for both. And right now, both are in same stage in the career, so a fight between them won't be an entertaining fight because it will be two old men fighting each other. It will be like Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, but it will be a good farewell fight for both of them. Both can retire after this fight, and one will leave with a win. Both are my favorite fighters. So this is the best fight there right now. And another best fight is Michael Kisia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correct. This he also is in a stage where Tony Ferguson is at right now. They are both in a similar stage. So a fight between Michael Kisia and Tony Ferguson also makes sense. And it won't do much harm to Tony's body. A fight with Michael Kisia and a fight with Nick Diaz. Then a crazy fight is some people will call me this is a weird idea, but I don't think it's a weird idea. And among these fights, the fight I want to see is him versus Sean Brady, because if he beat Michael Kisia, everyone will say if he beat Michael Kisia and if he lose, people won't talk much because he's on a losing streak. But if he win, everyone will say he just beat a old person like him. He just beat a old person. If he beat Nick Diaz or Michael Kisia, so that win won't be a big win, and I want him to go with a big win and without a big risk of getting seriously injured. So the best option is Sean Brady. The guy is a grappler and he is not dangerous in striking. So a fight with Sean Brady won't do any harm to Tony's body, because he's a grappler. He will try to submit him or out grapple Tony. But if Tony can knock him out or get a TKO, and then the fight ends there, and Tony is getting a win, and he can retire by defeating a young guy, and people will forget about his old losses, and that win will be a big win than a win against Nick Diaz and Michael Kisia. And with that win, he and that win will be very good for Tony's legacy. Like, who was his last opponent? He defeated Sean Brady in his last fight, a young guy. And see, it's good on the paper. So even if Sean Brady defeats him, people will say Tony was old and Sean Brady was a young guy. So in paper, this looks as a good fight for Tony, and this is where he have more possibilities. And Michael Kisia and this is also a little entertaining fight. A fight with Nick Diaz and Michael Kisia will just be a tribute fight for them, not a competition there. But there here is a competition, old school versus new school. And I don't think Tony can beat my Sean Brady, but he wants to fight, so this is the best option there right now. And it will be cool to see them fight. And there won't be any serious injuries also, I'm sure. After this fight, win or loss, if Tony retires, and Tony should retire in my opinion, and I will be happy because the guy is a legend. And I don't know if Sean Brady will accept this fight, but if he accepts, it's a good thing. And I hope uh, Tony will leave with a win. I want him to leave with a win. So these are my thoughts on Tony Ferguson. He's a legend of this sports. I respect him a lot. I like him a lot. So I'm going to stop this video now. Hope you enjoyed my opinions. Hope you are enjoying my videos. If you like my videos, think about subscribing it, like it if you like it, share it with your friends, and thank you for watching the video. See you with the next video.